In this presentation, we have to discuss about polygenes. You say polygenic inheritance, otherwise called multiple gene inheritance. Multiple gene inheritance. And I want to advise the students that you have to differentiate multiple allele, multiple gene. They are entirely different in definition as well as examples. So here you concentrate on the word gene, multiple gene inheritance, quantitative inheritance, polygenic inheritance, and also how the character, the trait is expressed, based on which it's called additive or cumulative expression. And here if you see the definition now, it would become clear. A single characteristic or the trait controlled by many non-allelic genes, probably non-epistatic. Already we told about non-allelic genes. That is, the genes or the alleles of the genes occupying different locus of the homologous chromosome, and also in this case they may be on different chromosomes also, and more than two genes may control one characteristic, one trait. And non-epistatic in the sense, epistasis means control of one gene over the other, function of the other. But here non-epistatic means even though more than two or three, several genes involving in the expression of a characteristic, there is no control over another gene. One gene will not have any control over the expression of another gene, even though they are of the same character. They are required their functions collectively for the same function. Now here there are some examples given from human: height, body weight, skin color, and also several examples available from plants and animals. Now here to see the clear explanation for this, it's better seeing the difference between monogenic expression and the polygenic expression. Monogenic, you can understand it as Mendelian inheritance pattern, where a characteristic may be expressed by a gene with the two alleles, of which both may be dominant, or one may be dominant over the other, which may be called recessive, or both may be recessive. Accordingly, there is the possibility for, even though there the genotypes are in 3 number, possibility for the expression of 2 phenotypes only. Now here you see 2 characters determined by a pair of genes separately, A for one character and B for other character, and it may exist, the alleles exist in these forms: A, capital A, capital B, homozygous dominant for both the characters. Or this type of genotype also may be possible: capital A, capital B, small b, heterozygous for both the characters. And you see here the genotype: capital A for one of the characters and capital B, small b for the other character. And one more possibility is also there: capital A, small a, capital B. So accordingly, in whatever the form they are, the genotypes are, they may express the same phenotype. Now, if you say it's responsible for expressing a character, the nature of the character will be similar in all these four cases. Only the alternative is when there the genotype is homozygous recessive for both the characters. So here either it is in homozygous condition or heterozygous condition, both the characters will be expressed in a certain phenotype. And if both the alleles are in recessive condition, alleles of both the genes are in recessive condition, there the characters may express the other extreme, what we say the other extreme trait of the character. And here you see in the case of polygenic expression, here also we have taken 4 alleles of 2 genes, and according to the number of active alleles. Now here what I mean by the word active, they are able to express its content, its function, and denoted by the capital letter. So accordingly here you say the 4 alleles for the same character, you say height, and all the 4 are active. So accordingly each one contributing some product, as at least a small quantity of the product required for the expression of the character. Accordingly there you can expect the complete expression of the character in the individual where there are 4 alleles, that is 2 genes with 4 alleles active. Assume that it is pure rate, that is when the 4 alleles are in dominant what I mean active condition, then there will be the expression of pure rate. And you see the extreme alternative to this pure rate, white, which may be expressed only when all the alleles are inactive, unable to produce the substance required for the production of the character red. But here, according to the number of active alleles, there the red will be expressed in different shades, in different intensities. Now if there the genotype having 3 active alleles, 3 capitals, and 1 is inactive, and compared to that of the nature of, that is expression of 4 active alleles, here the intensity will be somewhat less. So I have mentioned it as red shade 1, less intensive compared to the pure red. Even in the other case you see there the inactive allele with the A gene. But even then in total there are 3 alleles active. So these 2 will be equally expressing. What I mean, whether it is a 2A and 1B, in total 3 active, and in this case 1A and 2B active, but in both cases by the number of alleles supporting the expression of the character, each carry 3. Accordingly there the expression will be equal in these 2 individuals carrying 3 active alleles for this character. And you see one more condition where capital A small a, capital B small b. But in the case of monogeny condition, you assume even the heterozygous will be expressing similar to that of the pure dominant. Dominant, what I mean, both genes are in active condition, homozygous condition. But here, even though both genes are heterozygous, that is 2 active and 2 inactive, it will be producing an intermediate character that is less in intensity compared to that of the red shade 1. And then you see one more possibility of the presence of only one capital allele, active allele, and all the remaining 3 are inactive, unable to express the content for which it is encoded. So here you may see the red shade, not purely white or red, but a shade which may be lesser than the red shade 2 compared to the 3. So accordingly you say, based on the number of active alleles the gene possesses, or the genes, you say it in plural, there will be the expression of different shades, different traits among the individuals of a population. So instead of only 2 traits, whether dominant or recessive, in this case we see the expression in the form of different shades if it is the color. If you compare it to a height character, there the height of the individual may vary even by centimeters. So that way there the possibility for the expression of the character according to the number of alleles which are active and contributing at least the small product for the expression of the character. Now it may be explained with character supported by 3 genes with 6 alleles each. You assume that 2 individuals having the genotype like this of 3 genes, 6 alleles crossed, and a possibility for the production of 8 types of gametes from each of the individual, whether male or female. And then in total there will be resulting 64 individuals with the different genotypes. And if you count for the number of individuals with the same number of active alleles, there you can find the difference in number. The individuals with 6 caps what I mean, the active alleles, 1 out of the 64 it is 1. And the number of individuals possess 5 active alleles in their genotype, 6. And the number of individuals possess 4 active genes in their genotype, 15. The same way 3 in 20 individuals, 2 active alleles in 15, that means remaining 4 are inactive. And the genotype with 1 active allele and the remaining 5 are inactive, 6. And then the individual with 0 active allele, 0 here stands for absence of active condition but presence of all the alleles in recessive. Recessive what we mean, inactive condition, 1. Now if you make a graph out of this value, that is the individuals with 6 active allele 1 and individuals with 5 active alleles this, and the individuals with 4 active alleles 15, individuals with 3 active alleles 20, and individuals with 2 active alleles 15, individuals with 1 active allele 6, and individuals with no active allele and all are in inactive form 1. So with this value, if you make a graph, there the intermediary trait may show among the higher number of individuals compared to the individuals with the other traits. Even for the color you say red and shade 1, shade 2, shade 3, that way. Even here you say the complete, the full intensity of a color, and in this case it may be somewhat less, in this case still less, in this case still less, less, it may be colorless, the last one may be colorless. So this graph will be showing you that the trait is distributed in a population in a continuous manner, not with only two alternatives, extremes, present or absent, not the case here. Now in monogeny condition what we told, dominant trait, recessive trait. But in this case, in addition to these two extremes, that is the highly intensified expression and no expression, there come the internal variations. Accordingly, it is said to be continuous variation. So the distribution of the trait in different forms, not only in two extreme forms. So these polygenic in genes expressing in terms of continuous